Good evening, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. This is Robert from RJL 518, welcoming you to tonight's edition of Payoff Pitch 1985. Today's date is May 22nd of that season, and tonight we have the Houston Astros at 23-15 taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates at 14-22. I've made a new standings block. Let's take a look at the National League standings. Right now, it's early, of course, but the Philadelphia Phillies are way overachieving. They're getting some very good scores in the quick results, and right now hold the National League East lead by a half game over the Expos, and the Cardinals are right behind them. In the National League West, the Dodgers are pretty much a half game ahead of the Astros. The San Diego Padres and Cincinnati Reds are tied for that third and fourth spot. Steeler fan 1933 joins us here. In the American League, the Detroit Tigers hold a couple of game lead over the New York Yankees, with Toronto holding third. The Brewers are still right behind them in fourth place. In the American League West, the Minnesota Twins are overachieving themselves, and they have a good lead over the Chicago White Sox. And of course, California, Seattle, and Kansas City are right behind them. So the funny thing is, right now, the Detroit Tigers are a B grade team. They lead. The Twins are a C. They lead. The Philadelphia Phillies lead. They're a C. And the Dodgers are an A. So right now, really, the only A team that is leading in quick results is the Dodgers. But still early. Maybe they were playing an easy schedule early in the year. And we shall see what happens as Dave Little joins me here at Three Rivers Stadium for tonight's game. Should be fun. I knew Steeler fan would be here for a game with the Astros, so we should exciting. It's going to be Bob Knepper versus Jose Deleon. Deleon did start about 25 games. He does get the start. So this should be, I'm hoping for a good game. The last night's payoff pitch game was wacky, of course, in that 6-2 win by the Dodgers, where the game sped along, was in cruise control all the way to the 10th inning, and all of a sudden, everything happened in one inning. But that's baseball for you. Starting pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates is Jose Deleon. He was 2 wins and 19 losses with a 4.70 ERA. When he got the start today, has a supplemental strikeout of 50-53, so got to watch out for that. Top of the first inning, let's get underway. Leading off for the Astros, second baseman Bill Doran. Let's play some baseball. Here's the pitch. And that is starts off with a wheelhouse 24, and that ball is gone. A leadoff home run by Bill Doran. Wheelhouse by Deleon at 12, and there's a 24 against right-handed pitching. He batted .280 with 9 home runs. Crack. That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep. And it is out of here. Home run for Doran to start the game. That doesn't happen often, but it did here. And the Astros jump out to a 1-0 lead on a leadoff homer by Bill Doran. Here's the right fielder, Terry Poole, batted .278 against rights in 85. Here's the pitch from Deleon. That's a patient 89. That's a ground out to second base. Play is made by Johnny Ray, out number 1. Here's the first baseman, Denny Walling, batted .270 with 7 homers against rights. As Dave Gardner says, cutting payoff pitch cards while watching. And he was 2-19. Why? Well, that might have been one of the reasons. He did start 25 games. So, like I said, maybe you just didn't get a lot of help here. Here's the pitch to Walling. That is a patient 58, and that will be a ground ball to third. Taking care of that will be Jim Morrison. He'll throw to first for out number 2. 2 down, and here is the left fielder, Jose Cruz, batted .315 against right-handers in 85. Jose Deleon, defense check, 36. That's going to be a range check to second base. The ball is hit to Ray. His range is a C. That's a 36. A 1 to 58 is going to be a hit, and that's going to get by Ray. Jose Cruz, let's see what he has here. That's going to be a single, so Cruz will hold at first base. With Cruz on at first, here is the center fielder, Jerry Mumphrey. He's in center for this game. Batted .293 with 8 homers against right. Cruz had a big hit on my channel the other day. Yes, he did. Runner on first. Deleon with the pitch. And it's a tough 10. That will be a strikeout. And Mumphrey will go down. But a good starting inning for the Astros. 1 run on a couple of hits. Bill Doran leads off the game with a solo jack. And it's 1-0 Astros. Bottom of the first inning, pitching for the Houston Astros will be Bob Knepper, 15-13, with a 3.55 ERA. He has a strikeout. He has a tough roll plus 10. So every roll in the tough category, 10 is added to the roll for that. That can take away a couple of strikeouts, but it could also give a couple of hits depending on how low the roll is. Leading off for the Pittsburgh Pirates will be shortstop Bill Ullman. Knepper, of course, is a lefty. Ullman batted .277 against lefts. Knepper's pitch, that is a tough 94. That will be a fly ball to left field. Cruz will make that catch. That's out number 1. Here's Jim Morrison. He is playing third base today for the Pirates. He batted .266 with a homer against lefts. Pitch to Morrison. That is an in-play 31. That will be a single. Morrison belts that into left field. Morrison will hold it first. Morrison, a 2A steal rating, 7 on the board, will not run. And the batter will be first baseman Bill Madlock. Madlock usually at third, but he'll play first in this game on the starting lineup. And Madlock actually better at the first base side. He has a range of a C at first base and an F at third. 1 out. Knepper's pitch. And there's a patient 37, and he walks Madlock. So a quick base hit, and now a walk. Madlock trots down to first. And here is the right fielder, George Hendrick. Hendrick bats .202 against left-handed pitchers. What is the best error rating? 5. 5 is the best error rating. A is the best range rating. Morrison on at second. Madlock on at first. 1 out. Pitch from Knepper. And that's a tough 69. That will be a ground ball to second base. Hendrick's double play rating's a 9. Knepper's a 7. That is an 11. The only throw is going to be to second base. They're not going to get Hendrick at first, so Madlock will make it to second. Hendrick thrown out, and there is now 2 away. Runners advance on a ground out to second. And here is Tony Pena. You're very welcome there, Mr. Gardner, sir. Any questions you have, please ask. I'll do my best to answer them. You can always ask Tony at CP Cards and Dice, master of what he does as well. Runners at second and third. Pena, the batter, bats .258 against the lefties. 2 outs. Can Knepper get out of this little jam he's in here in the bottom of the first? Knepper's pitch. That is an in-play 70. Yes, he will. Ground ball to second base. Doran's got it. Throws to first, inning over. No runs for the Pirates. They do get a hit. Still 1-0 in favor of the team wearing the rainbow uniforms. Best uniforms in baseball history. As much as I am a Mets fan, and I love my Mets, but the Astros had the best uniforms ever. Best uniforms ever. You still don't get quite double plays. I'll show you a little bit when we happen. So when it happens, I'll show you exactly what happens the next time. Top of the second, I'm pretty sure there'll be a chance. Top of the second inning, Leading off for the Astros will be Phil Garner. He is at third base for this game. Deleon with the pitch. That's a patient 64. And what we got here, that's a ground ball to third. That'll be taken care of by Morrison. Throws to first, out number 1. Here's the catcher, Alan Ashby. Ashby bats .276 against rights. Oh, that's right, Road Grays today. My bad. They're on the road. They're on the Road Grays. That's a tough 74, and it will be a ground ball to second base. Taken care of easily by Johnny Ray. Throws to first, out number 2. That's right, they are on the road, not home. Here's Craig Reynolds. He's at shortstop. Deleon with the pitch. And that is a 4. That is a ballpark 01. That is in Craig Reynolds' wheelhouse. Let's see what the wheelhouse is. Wheelhouse 08. And yep, you can say goodbye to that one. Bam! That one is hit high. That one is hit deep. It might be. It could be. It is out of here, as Papa Brian would say. Craig Reynolds hits a solo shot off of Deleon. Stadium groans. 2-0 Astros. Craig Reynolds did have 4 home runs against right-handed pitching in '85. So we definitely get to jack that one out of here. Jose Deleon pitches him a grapefruit, and Reynolds turns it into fruit salad. Bob Knepper will now come up. He's the pitcher, of course. He has his own batting card, and he batted .141 in 1985. Deleon's with the pitch. That's a patient 01, and he's going to walk the pitcher. Let's see. Dave Little asked, Jose Deleon was 2 wins and 19 losses. Why? I guess we're seeing the reason. He walks the pitcher. Knepper will trot down to first base. And here is Doran. Doran hit a jack his first time up. Knepper, of course, not doing anything, so Deleon will just pitch to Doran. And that's another patient 19, and that will be a walk. Two walks in a row. That will move Knepper to second base, and here is Poole. So again, the Astros have a chance to get more runs. Still only 2 outs. Deleon trying to get it done. And here is the pitch to Poole. And that is a tough 91. That will get him out the inning. That is a ground ball to second base. That'll be taken care of by Ray. And he will throw to first to get Poole out. And the inning will end there. 1 run for the Astros on a hit and a couple of walks. 2-0 Houston. Leading off for the Bucks will be Sixto Lezcano. He actually got the start today. He is in left field in the bottom of the second. Knepper will pitch, and that's going to be a tough 93. It can't go any higher than 99, so you stay where it's at. Doesn't matter. It's a fly out to left, out number 1. There's always certain seasons there, Dave Gardner. Pretty much many times when Joe Bryan creates a new season, he always adds a few extra nuances to certain reasons, like the extra additional role for percentages, for toughs, in plays, tough outs, that kind of thing. He does it to try to get the season accuracy correct. He's usually right on the money. Here's Johnny Ray, second baseman for the Pirates. So always take a look. Make sure you check your cards. It could always be something special on them. That's going to be a patient 76. That's a ground out to second base. Play is made by Doran, out number 2. Center fielder Marvell Wynn will now bat for the Pirates. He batted .252 against lefts in 85. Pitch from Knepper. That's an in-play 60, and it's a fly ball to left field. It will be a 1-2-3 inning for Bobby Knepper. Still 2-0 now at the end of 2. Top of the 3rd. Denny Walling will bat for the Astros. He's 0 for 1. Three Rivers Stadium. A pitcher's park, although you don't tell the Astros that. But one of those the old cookie cutter multi-purpose stadiums like Veteran Stadium, Riverfront Stadium, all those great cookie cutters, Busch Stadium, all garbage places. Deleon will pitch. That is a patient 36, and it's going to be a leadoff double by Denny Walling. He smacks that into center field. It will bounce off the wall. Astros get the leadoff man on second base. Here is Cruz. Still nobody out. Deleon with the pitch. And that's a wheelhouse 30. Will that make a difference which one it is? No, it won't. A 33 or a 37 doesn't matter. Jose Cruz, wheelhouse, 33 or 37 doesn't matter. That's going to be a double for Jose Cruz. I'm not going to re-roll that. Not necessary. Jose Cruz smacks a double. He has his second hit of the game. And, of course, that will score Denny Walling at second. And the Astros continue to begin the beatdown on the Pirates. It's 3-0. Cookie cutter, yes, but lots of winning in Three Rivers between the Pirates and the Steelers. Yes, that's true. But nothing like playing on cement covered by turf. Here is Jerry Mumphrey. He'll lead off for Houston. No, what do you mean lead off? He's next at bat. Cruz is 2 for 2. He's on at second. Mumphrey struck out his last time up. They're going to go talk to Deleon for a moment, try to calm him down. The Astros originally won this game 5-3. So right now they are following history. Pitch from Deleon. Patient 67. And what we got here? Fly ball to right field. That'll be put away by Hendrick. A run rating of 5. Cruz will stay at second base. Phil Garner coming up. Deleon's pitch. That's a tough 07, and that will be a strikeout. Deleon gets his second strikeout of the game. He actually averaged 8.3 per 9 innings. That's only his second strikeout, though. Deleon's been hitting a lot of patient and wheelhouse sections. Here's Alan Ashby with 2 outs now. He's 0 for 1. Pitch on the way. And there it is. Patient 53. Alan Ashby will have a single over Deleon. Let's see. Cruz has a run rating of 5, so I have to draw the card to see what happens. Opposite field liner, as he was hitting from the left side, to that one into left field. So opposite field liner to left field. Runner on second only advances 1 base, so Cruz has to hold at third. That is a base hit for Ashby. And here is Craig Reynolds. Reynolds hit a jack his last time up. Runners at the corners, but there are 2 outs. Deleon's pitch. That's a defense check, 74. That should be all right. That's an error check to second base. The ball is hit to Ray. His error rating is a 2. A 1 to 56 would be an error. That's a 74. Not a problem. Good play by Ray. He will throw to first and end the inning. 1 run for the Astros, 3 hits. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Still now 3-0 favor of the Rainbow Warriors, even though they are wearing road grays today. Still the best uniforms in baseball history. Bottom of the third. Jose Deleon will bat. He does not have his own hitting card in the 85 set, but he does use hitting card number 1. Knepper with the pitch. And that is a patient 79, and it will be a ground out to short. Taken care of easily by Reynolds, who will throw to first for out number 1. Bill Allman will bat. The Astros here in this game are 23-15. Pittsburgh is 14-22. So pretty much the Pirates are in quick results are acting like they should be, and the Astros, a grade B team, are acting as they should be. That is a patient by Knepper, patient 22. That's a walk. Allman will take a trot to first. Jim Morrison will coming up. The team that's not doing what they should be happens to be, once again, my Mets. They're 17-18, and they're a grade A team. I'm not getting good quick result events out of them. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Allman at first. Morrison the batter. Let's see what Knepper's got. And that is a ballpark 77. That's going to be in play. In play 88 is a ground ball to shortstop. Now, if you want to check for double plays, here's how this goes, Dave. It's a ground ball to short. Okay? So here's how this works. When you got a possible double play attempt, which would be with a runner on first, runners on first and second, or bases loaded. But in this case, a runner on first. Double play. You take the original roll of the dice is what you're supposed to do. You can re-roll if you want to, but it really is not necessary. The roll of the dice is a 5. In order for it to be a double play, the die roll has to be lower than the double play rating of both the hitter and the pitcher. Jim Morrison has a double play rating of 6. Knepper has a double play rating of 7. That is a 5. That is a double play. So the ground ball to short, so that would be a 4-6-3 double play. So it's the inning. So we already know it's a double play. This inning is over. But to help you out there, Dave, if this die roll is higher than either the pitcher or the batter, it is a fielder's choice. The runner at first base, is out, and the batter makes it to first. This is his main rule. This is his rules that he wrote. This is rules as written. If the roll on the dice is an 11 or a 12, it's not a double play. The runner on first makes it to second, and the batter is out. That's how you do it. There have been some people thinking that, well, if it's a fielder's choice, but the dice roll is lower than the runner on second base's run rating. Okay, if it's one or the other, but the dice roll is lower than the base runner, he could still make it to second, and the throw would go to first. There are some people that do that, and I'm actually thinking of trying that out one game. But this is rules as written. It is a double play, and the inning is over. But that's how double plays work. So Morrison grounds out into the 6-4-3. And nothing there for the Pirates at the end of 3. Still 3-0 Astros. If the bases are loaded, can you go to 6-2-3? Yes, but that's only if you call infield in. If you call infield in, there according to the infield in rules, okay. I'll give you the infield in chart. On the infield in, all right, from 2 to 8 is good if you're doing an infield in, because on a 2 to 5, the batter is out. But take a look, other runners hold. But here's the star. If bases are loaded and the 2D6 result is 2 to 5, runner on third and out is home, batter out at first. There's your double play. It can also work on 6 to 8. All right. If bases loaded, roll a 1D10. If higher than the batter's run rating, batter out at first, double play. Okay. If the runner on third out at home. You can have a double play, but the chart gives you the double. The chart gives you the double play. Not like inside pitch where you actually have to roll for it. The chart gives you the double play. Where are we? Top of the fourth? Yeah. So top of the fourth inning, Bob Knepper will lead off for the Astros. He'll bat. Why not? You're up 3-0. He is doing some rules updates there, Dave. He's been working on them for a while. So there may be some updated charts that we might have to order or, download, something like that. He's already added a couple of new rules for the 1986 season he just released. So he is up doing some rules updates. I did catch him on a rule where if the infield was in and a range play was called and it's a line out, if you have the infield in and a line out occurs, it's supposed to be a base hit. So he is doing some rules clarifications. There may be a few changes, so we'll see. Top of the fourth. Deleon's pitch to Knepper. That is a patient 63. He won't walk the pitcher this time. That's a ground out to short. Out number one here is Bill Doran. And I can tell you something, though, Dave Gardner. Playing a season is so different. Remember, I just finished a 1994 restart. Okay, I finished off the 1994 season that was not finished. Okay, now I'm playing 1985. Playing this 85 season is totally different from playing the 94 season. Games are different. They really are different. Pete Stevens joins me here at Three Rivers Stadium. He says I'm doing a day-night doubleheader. Yankee Stadium this afternoon, then a drive to Three Rivers Stadium for the nightcap. Why not? Pitch to Doran from Deleon. That is a tough 26. And that will be a base hit by Doran. He fights it off. Doran fights off a tough pitch. He will go to first. It's a single. And that's his second hit of the game. And he has been on base all 3 times. Here is Terry Poole. Doran's 4+ steal rating will not run. You're up by 3 runs too. So right now you're really not stealing or doing anything to distract. Pitch from Deleon. That is a patient 23, and that's a walk. Doran will go down to second base. 1 out. Now runners at first and second as the Astros are in business. Here is Denny Walling. Deleon with the pitch. And that is a tough 76. That's a ground ball to short. Let's see what happens here. Walling's double play rating's an 8. Deleon's a 5. That is a 7. So that is going to be, now in this case, that is a 7. So I'm going to try it this time. So it's a 7. So this normally would be a fielder's choice and Poole would be out at second. Doran will make it to third. Doran makes it to third. Since the 7 is lower than Terry Poole's run rating, I will move Poole over to second and Wallen will be out. And that is out number 2. I'm going to try it that way, see what happens. So now runners at second and third for Jose Cruz. Try it that way. Or 11 or 12, of course. So runners at second and third. Deleon will now pitch to Cruz with 2 outs here. Pitch from Deleon. That's a patient as well. 43. That's going to be a single for Jose Cruz. Doran will score from 7 with a run rating of 7. Second from third. Poole will score from second when he has a run rating of 9 with 2 outs. So he will score. A base hit by Cruz, and the Astros now lead it 5-0. Cruz gets his 3rd base hit of the game. And this is turning out to be a rout. Here's Jerry Mumphrey. Cruz on at first. They want Deleon to at least get through this inning if possible. And, of course, Steeler fan is loving it. Pitch from Deleon. That's a tough 19, and that will be a steer strikeout. Mumphrey strikes out for the 2nd time. 2 runs for the Astros on 2 hits. and a walk. Bottom of the fourth coming up, 5-0 Houston. Bottom of the fourth. Who leads off? That would be Bill Madlock for the Pirates. These are as-played rosters and as-played lineups. I utilize Action PC Baseball to get the 25-man roster for that day. And I'm also using it to simulate the season as well and see what Action thinks. Knepper will pitch to Madlock. That is a tough 88. That's a ground out to short. Taken care of by Reynolds, out number 1. George Hendrick will come up to bat. I can tell you right now, Dave, when you get a chance, check out some of the games in my 1994 restart, and I do have a no-hitter there. So you might want to check that out. I have a no-hitter that I did stream. I've had some crazy games in Payoff Pitch and an inside pitch, as I had this morning too. So Knepper's pitch to Hendrick. That's a ballpark 51. That's going to be in play. In play 66 is a ground out to second. As Knepper is doing the job. And now here's Tony Pena. Pena 0 for 1. Pitch from Knepper. Tough 72. Ground ball to second base. And that will be a 1-2-3 inning as Doran will throw to first. And the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down. Still 5-0 Astros. Phil Garner will lead off for the Astros. And they're going to ask Deleon to pitch one more inning, even though I probably should have taken... Well, actually, no. Deleon's done. He's given up 5 runs. Deleon will be done, so let's see who the Pirates want to bring in for this game. Let's see here. What we got? Got a righty batting up, so they'll go with him. Here's Don Robinson. He'll come out and pitch. Long reliever. So Robinson will pitch innings 5, 6, and 7 if he can. Even though he's due to bat 4th, he may even hit. He uses a batting card of number 10, so Robinson is capable of batting. Phil Garner leads off for the Astros, top of the 5th, in a 5-0 lead. Robinson with the pitch. That's a patient 0-3, and he'll start with a walk to Garner. Garner will trot down to first. As Pirate pitching has taken the night off. Here's Alan Ashby. Garner on it first. Pitch from Robinson. Defense check 86. That should be okay. Range check to third base. The ball is at the Morrison. Range is a C. That's a 86 on the dice. That will be an out. Now let's see what kind of out it is. And it's going to be a ground ball plus advance, which means Garner does advance to second base, and Ashby is thrown out at first. Out number 1. Next up is Craig Reynolds. Garner on it second. Pitch from Robinson. And that is a tough 0-7. That is a strikeout. Reynolds will go down. Bob Knepper will come up to bat. He'll hit against Robinson. How do you know which pitcher is a starter and which pitcher is a reliever? The cards tell you. I'll give you an example here in a moment. Pitch to Knepper. That is a 9. That is an in-play 10. And Knepper's going to get a single. A base hit by Knepper. Garner with a run rating of 6. He will score from second with 2 outs. Knepper helps his own cause. And it's 6-0 Astros. Astros putting the beat down on the Bucks. Here's Bill Doran. Robinson comes in, gives up a There's a strikeout, now gives up a hit to Knepper. Here's Doran with 2 outs. Robinson's pitch. That's a tough 0-4. That will be a strikeout. As Doran finally goes down. 1 run for the Astros on 1 hit and a walk. We're halfway through this game. The Astros lead 6-0. Now to answer Dave Gardner's question. On the pitching card, all right, you'll see the stats, okay, will always be on the pitcher card. He puts the stats on them. Small print, but they're there. First of all, you can always tell how many games and, of course, games started, GS. And that tells you how many games he did start during that season if, of course, you're doing a full season replay. Taking a look at but really a better way is to look at the fatigue inning. If you look under fatigue, you'll have 4/long. The 4 is if he's a starter. After the slash is a relief inning, which is it will say long or short. If it says long or short, he's a reliever. If it just has only a number under fatigue, he's a starter. If he has both, he can do both. He can relieve and he relieved and he started that during that season. So that's how you can do fatigue. Fatigue is a little tricky the way he does it. It's not like inside pitch where it goes by batters faced. Payoff pitch, he goes by the amount of innings that the pitcher pitches, okay, as a starter. In a relief inning, if he's a short reliever, he can pitch 2 innings. But no matter what time he comes in an inning, if he comes in the middle of an inning, that's considered an inning. If a short reliever gives up 2 runs at any time, he's fatigued. If a long reliever gives up 3 runs at any time, he is fatigued. If a short pitcher pitches 2 innings, he is fatigued at the 3rd inning. If a long reliever pitches 3 innings, he is fatigued at the 4th inning. And you have to use the fatigue cards. In my experience using the fatigue cards really dumb down a pitcher. They make that pitcher very weak. And I'm almost thinking why he just doesn't maybe add some extra ratings or something like that. A positive or something. I don't know. The fatigue cards can be very weak. And maybe I'll show you fatigue card in action. It is 6-0 Astros. Bob Knepper will come out to pitch here in the bottom of the 5th. And Sixto Lezcano will bat for the Pirates. The one thing about it, Dave, there is no wrong way to play the game, and the optional rules he offers, you can use any one you want during a game at any time, and you can even switch by them if you want. There's no wrong way to play the game. And the fast action cards are a must. You must have the fast action cards. It makes the game virtually chartless. Here's the pitch to Lezcano. He'll lead off for Pittsburgh. That's an in-play 88, and it's a ground out to short. As Knepper pitching very well today. Here's Johnny Ray. I play the fast action cards hybrid, which means I roll dice, and the fast action cards take care of the rest of the play. Here's the pitch from Knepper. That's a tough 93. That's a fly ball to left. For out number 2. And here's Marvell Wynn. Yeah, you got to have the fast action cards. Must have them. Here's the pitch. Knepper's pitch is a tough 55. That will be a ground ball to 3rd. Taken care of easily by Garner, who throws to 1st, and the inning is over. Bob Knepper is pitching a gem at the end of 5. It is still 6-0 Astros. Top of the 6th coming up. Robinson will pitch to Terry Poole. even though there are 3 lefties coming up, but since this is the 6th inning, they need the long relievers out there. Here's the pitch to Poole. And that is a tough 91. That's a ground out to second base. Taken care of there by Johnny Ray, out number 1. Denny Walling will come up. Pitch from Robinson. Patient 20. That's going to be a walk. Walling will trot down to first. I know you're doing everything by PDF, and that's understandable. The one thing about Joe Bryan's payoff pitch, best card quality anywhere. Imagine the card quality. Imagine if Stratomatic or Inside Pitcher Appa had this kind of card quality. Amazing. Walling on it first, here's Jose Cruz. Best quality you can get anywhere. He uses very strong cards. I think 120 or 140 pound card. It's not paper. It really is. Each card really is cardboard. Robinson with the pitch to Cruz. That's a tough 10. That will be a steer right out. And Jose Cruz goes down for the first time in the game. He's now 3 for 4. And now Jerry Mumphrey. Mumphrey has struck out twice and flown out. Robinson with the pitch. Patient 99. That'll be just fine. Fly ball to left field. That'll get taken care of by Lezcano. He will make the catch. And for the first time in the ball game, the Astros do not score a run in the inning. And also the first time they've gone down in order. Oh, not really down in order, but they didn't get any hits. There was a walk. Bottom of the 6th coming up, still 6-0 Stros. Knepper's fatigue inning is the 6th. He has not given up any runs, so he is still strong. Robinson coming out. We'll see a pinch hitter against Knepper. And that will be the highest at bats against the lefty. And it will be Jason Thompson. Since I go by at bats before the 9th inning. Jason Thompson will hit against Bob Knepper, batted .260 against left-handed pitching. Knepper's pitch. And that's a patient 33. That's a walk. So Knepper walks the leadoff batter. That Thompson will go to first. That is the 3rd walk issued by Knepper. He averaged about 2 walks per 9. Top of the order for the Pirates. Here's Bill Allman. Here's the pitch. And that is a patient 36. That's going to be a double by Bill Allman. He smacks a double. It's a looping liner to right field. Runners will only advance 2 bases. Thompson will hold at 3rd. Allman on at 2nd, and the Pirates are in business. First extra base hit of the game for the Bucks. And now Jim Morrison. So now fans here at TRS hoping maybe something can go on. Morrison is 1 for 2. The infield will be played normal. The Astros with a 6-run lead are looking for outs. Knepper with the pitch. And that's a tough 36. And against the lefty, that's going to be a single by Jim Morrison. See, here is where this +10 roll actually hurts. It normally be a tough 26. A 26 would be a strikeout. In this case, you add 10, it's a 36. That's a single. That's where that can hurt. That's a base hit by Morrison. It's a sharp liner in the center field. Runner on 2nd will score, which means Thompson and Allman both come in. It's 6-2. The Pirates are on the board. And Morrison's on it first. That's where that tough roll can hurt you. That extra 10 he gives. And some are also 20. as Section 1933 groans. Yeah, but you're still up by 4. Morrison on at first, now 6-2. Batter is Bill Madlock. And still nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Knepper is not fatigued yet, but he gives up another run. He will be. I'll keep him out there. Madlock will pitch. I'm sorry, Knepper will pitch. Tough, 90. That will be a ground ball to shortstop. Madlock's double play rating's an 8. At the 7, that is a 10. Morrison will be out at second. Throw goes to first. They will not get Madlock. So it's 1 out on a fielder's choice. Here is George Hendrick, now with 1 out. Knepper looking into Hendrick. Pitch on the way. That's a tough 95. That's a fly ball left field. Cruz will make the catch. Out number 2. And here is Tony Pena. Madlock with a run rating of 6. He will make third on a single. He will score on a double. Knepper's pitch. Tough. That is a tough 9. That's a tough 68. Becomes a 78. That's a fly ball center field. That'll be taken care of by Mumphrey, and the inning is over. But the Pirates break through. 2 runs on 2 hits and a walk. At the end of 6, it's now 6-2 Astros. Top of the 7th coming up. The Astros will have Phil Garner leading off, a right switch and a left. Let's see who the Pirates want to bring in to pitch. Now they can go to short relievers if they wish to. And they will bring in let's see. Got a right switch and a left. Really doesn't matter. They'll just bring in their best pitcher. It's not really a safe situation. I'll tell you what, we'll bring in Scurry. Rod Scurry will come in and pitch for the Pirates. 0-1, 3.21 ERA. Has a 50-59 strikeout supplemental. He'll pitch to Phil Garner here in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch from Scurry. And that is a patient 27. That's a walk. Garner trots down to first. Garner has now walked twice. And Pirates pitching, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the 6th walk by the Pirates. Here's Ashby with a runner on first base. Garner's not stealing. You're up by 4 runs. So you do the... That's the one thing about payoff pitch. The strat roll really is not necessary. You can choose your own strategies if you want. Scurry's pitch to Ashby. Patient 70. That's a base hit by Ashby. It's a single. Sharp liner into center field. Garner will only advance to second. He will hold. Ashby gets his 2nd hit of the game. And now Craig Reynolds with nobody out. Scurry's pitch to Reynolds. And that is a tough 69. And that's a ground ball to short. Reynolds' double play ratings a 5. Scurry is a 6. That is a 6. Ashby's run rating is a 4. Garner will make it to 3rd. Ashby thrown out at 2nd. Reynolds safe at 1st. Fielder's choice, 1 out. Bob Knepper due to hit. I think Steeler fan would probably want me to take Knepper out. He is due to bat. So with runners at 1st and 3rd, Knepper is going to come out of the game, and I don't think he'll have a problem with that. We'll bring in a pinch hitter. Scurry's a lefty. Let's see who we want to use, and that will be, with 219 at bats, it'll be Kevin Bass against lefties. Kevin Bass batted .311 against left-handed pitching in 1985. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Pirates are going to call the infield in. They cannot afford any more runs. Jose Cruz, national by the name HOU, or is that a Houston thing? I don't know. I don't know. You have to find that out. I don't know. Runners at first and third. Infield is in. And that is a ballpark 08. That is going to be a wheelhouse on Kevin Bass. Kevin Bass against the lefty. Here's the wheelhouse. It is a 00. It's a rare play. Oh, I hate that. Oh. I hate 00 on wheelhouse. Oh, I hate that. Always seems to happen. Rare play dice. Black is red first. 4-4. Batter drives ball to third base. Fielder scoops one hopper and throws to first base. Umpire calls batter out. Put out ball 5-3. Replay shows first baseman may not have foot on the bag. Opposing manager requests review. Roll 1d6. So let's find out what happens. So let's see what we got here. So I'll draw a card and use the middle number. That is a 2. Replay review shows first baseman had foot off the bag and batter is safe on an infield single. So, after reading that crap, Phil Garner does come in to score. Reynolds is safe at second and Bass is safe at first. And it's 7-2 Astros. I hate 00s on wheelhouses. Jeez. Have I heard him called HOU? I haven't. Smallmouth Bass with the pinch at RBI. Yes, it is. Runners at first and second, one out. And it is now 7-2 Astros. Sometimes you get those quirky rare plays. The rare plays I'm using, by the way, Dave Gardner, is somebody else's that is on the website. I'm using his chart. I'm not using the actual rare play made up by by Joe Bryant. And I heard he's updating his rare plays as well. So you may see some new ones too. Like the rare play we had in the World Series. Batter hits a ball in the center field. Center fielder bobbles the ball, throws to the plate, throws to the cutoff man. Cutoff man throws to the catcher. Catcher misses the ball, and the game is over. You know that rare play in game 4 of the World Series? That rare play. Runners at first and second, one out. The batter will be Bill Doran as Kevin Bass gets an infield single. Rod Scurry, that was only the first run he's given up, so he will still pitch to Doran. Scurry's pitch. Patient 09, that will be a walk. And the bases are loaded. The batter will be Terry Poole. Bases loaded here. Top of the 7th inning. One out. 7-2 Astros. I might have to get my markers ready because it might be getting a little bit nasty. Ready to go. Poole will pitch to Scurry. Scurry will pitch to him. Infield is going to be in. Here's the pitch from Scurry. And that is a tough 97. That's a fly ball to right field. The ball is going to be caught by Hendrick. It is a tough, which means on a tough fly out to right field, the runner on third will have to hold 2 outs. On tough pitches, a chance for a sacrifice fly is not there. As I added a couple of house rules. Denny Walling will now bat with 2 outs. Scurry will stay out there, try to get out of the inning. Walling, he is 1 for 3. Doubled and walked. Pitch from Scurry. That's a patient 10, and that is going to be a walk. Reynolds will trot on home. He will score. And the merry-go-round will turn. 8-2 Astros now. And that does send Rod Scurry to the showers. Here is Jose Cruz. Scurry is done. He is now fatigued, considered fatigued, giving up 2 runs. And they will bring in a lefty to pitch to Cruz. It'll be Al Holland. Holland will come in down to pitch. 1-3, 3.38 ERA. He'll go up against Cruz. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th, 8-2. Holland will now pitch. Can the Astros blow this game wide open? And that is a 9. That's a tough 11. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Cruz goes down. 2 runs for the Astros on only 1 hit. There were 3 walks. 7th inning stretch. 8-2 Astros. We're at the 7th inning stretch. Timeout. Senior, take me out to the ball game. Be right back. Section 932 was small grown as Cheo caves with the bases loaded. Let's see. Bottom of 7th. Astros need a pitcher. Sixto Lezcano will lead off for the Pirates. Astros do need a pitcher. Let's see who they're going to want to bring out here. Let's see. Righty, switch, lefty. I hate those kind of things. You got a 6-run lead, so you can bring in. I can actually bring in somebody who's all right. Jeff Calhoun will come in. Will pitch for Houston. 2-5 with a 2.54 ERA. Calhoun will pitch to Sixto Lezcano. I know I can go a little deeper into the pen. So Calhoun will pitch, although the Astros bullpen was actually still pretty good. I mean, they had a winning record. Sixto Lezcano leads off for the Pirates, and let's see. This is only his 3rd at bat. But it is the 7th inning. So usually, my rule is that 7th inning or later, I can make pinch hitting changes for position players, or if they've made 3 at bats. Lezcano has not made his 3rd at bat yet. Against the lefty, he bats 215. It's the Pirates' 6-run lead. I think, they'll hit. Calhoun's pitch. That's a tough 53, and it will be a ground ball to 3rd. Taken care of easily by Garner. Throws to 1st, out number 1. Here's Johnny Ray. Ray will bat against Calhoun. And it's a tough 19. And that's a cold strike 3 on Johnny Ray. Ray thinks it was outside, but the umpire says, no, you're outside. You're playing here in an outdoor ballpark. Go sit your ass down. Out number 2. And now here's Marvell Wynn. Pitch to Win. And that's a patient 48. And it will be a ground ball to first base. That'll get taken care of by Walling. He'll take it himself, and the inning is over. A 1-2-3 inning by Calhoun as he does the job. At the end of 7, it's 8-2 Astros. Top of the 8th inning, we will have the 10-minute ticker, of course, at the end of the game. And when I'm done with the 10-minute ticker, who's ever here, please stick around for a few minutes while I got something to say before I close off. Remember also, tomorrow I am not streaming. No inside pitch, no payoff pitch. It is Thanksgiving, so I will not be streaming. You guys have to deal with your you have to be with your families, and that's what's important. Inside pitch on Friday, we'll have game 1 of the 1985 one and gone. It will be the Oakland Athletics taking on the Chicago Cubs. That's game 1. It'll be Don Sutton going up against Dennis Eckersley. That's not a bad game, even though Sutton was in his older years in 1985, but that's a good game. Oakland, Chicago Cubs. And the game for Friday night on Payoff Pitch will be the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Cleveland Indians. Jerry Mumphrey will bat for the Astros in the top of the 8th. Pitch from Holland. That's a tough 55. Line drive, hit right to short, out number 1. Nice play there made by Ullman. And here's Phil Garner. Holland's pitch. And that's a tough 75. Ground ball to second base. Up with it is Doran. He'll throw to first. Out number 2. Not Doran, actually. That would be Ray. Here's Alan Ashby. Ashby's 2 for 4 tonight. Salvador America joins us here at Three Rivers Stadium. Always good to see him here. Holland with the pitch. Tough 93. Fly ball left field. Lescano will make the catch. And a 1-2-3 inning go the Astros. But they still lead 8-2 going into the bottom of the 8th. Jeff Calhoun is due to pitch. We may see a pinch hitter here. We'll see here. Al Holland is due to bat first for the Pirates. He will come out. The Pirates will bring in a pinch hitter. And let's see. Calhoun's a lefty, so they will, and this is the 8th inning, so it's still going to be at bats. And it will be Joe Orsulak who will bat against Jeff Calhoun. Orsulak batted .215 against lefties, and they'll leave Calhoun in there to bat against Orsulak. So he will pitch to him. Good to know that Salvador America's wife is doing well. That is good. Good to see that she is healing. Bottom of the 8th inning, Calhoun's pitch to Orsulak. Patient 66. And what we got here, ground ball to shortstop, taken care of by Reynolds, out number 1. Top of the order, Bill Ullman will come out to bat against Calhoun. Calhoun is going to come out the game. They will switch to a righty to deal with these guys. So Houston will now bring in, the Astros will bring in Bill Dawley. He will pitch. 5-3, 3.56 ERA. He'll go up against Bill Ullman. 1 out here, bottom of the 8th inning. Here's Dawley pitching to Ullman. And that is a tough 92. Ground ball to short. Taken care of easily by Reynolds, who will throw to first for out number 2. Here's Jim Morrison. Morrison's actually had a good night. He's 2 for 3, 2 singles. Pitch from Dawley. In play, 83. Fly ball center field. Mumphrey will make that catch. And the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. And we go to the ninth. 8-2 Astros. Will we see some ninth inning magic? Top of the ninth. We need a pitcher for the Pirates. Craig Reynolds leading off for Houston. He will bat. Pirates need a pitcher. Let's see what they're going to bring in here. You got 2 lefties and a switch coming up. Coming on to pitch for Pittsburgh will be John Candelaria. 2-4, 3.64 ERA. He was a relief pitcher at this time. Candelaria will pitch to Craig Reynolds here in the top of the ninth. Candelaria's pitch to Reynolds. And that is a ballpark 05. That is a wheelhouse for Reynolds. He does not have any homers against lefties, but a wheelhouse 29 will be a single. Reynolds will trot down to first. Base hit for Reynolds. And a pinch hitter coming in for Bill Dawley, as he has done. As the pitcher spot has done well tonight, 2 for 3, 2 singles and a walk. That's the pitcher's spot. That includes all the pinch hitters. So the Astros will bring in a pinch hitter, and now it's the ninth inning, which means they can go the best stat against the lefty, and that will be Harry Spillman. Spillman will have batted .333. He has the best stats against the left-handed hitter, the left-handed pitcher. So Candelaria will go up against Harry Spillman. Runner on first, nobody out. Candelaria's pitch. And that is a tough 85. And that will be a ground ball to second base. Spillman's double play rating's a 7. Candelaria's a 6. That is a 5. They will turn to second base to shortstop. Back to first. Double play. 2 outs. Top of the order, here's Bill Doran. Pitch from Candelaria. That's a patient 49. That's going to be a double for Bill Doran. He has been hitting them today. Doran will find himself on second. That is Doran's double. He is now, what is he? He's now 3-4-4. A double, a home run, and a single. Runner on second base for the Astros. There's Terry Poole with 2 outs. Thank you, sir. It's still a little bit scratchy. Candelaria's pitch. Patient 94. That is a fly ball to right. And that will be taken care of by Hendrick. And the inning is over. No runs for the Astros. They get a couple of hits. 8-2. Can the Pirates pull off a big ninth inning comeback? We'll see. As we all know, anything can happen on RJL 518 Network. 3 right-handers are due up for Pittsburgh. The Astros are not going to take any chances. They will bring out Dave Smith to close the game out. 9-5, 2.27 ERA. Dave Smith, they're not going to take any chances. One rule I do have is any pitchers that are in the bullpen are always fresh. I don't know who pitched or who didn't. So as far as I'm concerned, everybody is available at least on the 25-man roster that I get from Action PC Baseball. Bill Madlock will lead off against Dave Smith. It is 8-2, bottom of the ninth. Smith's pitch, tough, 67, and that will be a fly ball to right field. That's the first out. Here's George Hendrick. Pitch from Smith. Tough, 67. Ground ball to second base. Doran's got it. Throws to first. Out number 2. Last chance for the Bucks. Tony Pena. Pena's 0 for 3. He will hit. Pitch from Smith. And I got sewer dice. Have to re-roll. Sewer dice. We'll do it again. Smith will pitch. 5. Patient 86. And what do we got here? That's a ground ball to short. Reynolds is up with it. Pumps once. Pumps twice. Throws to first. That's your game. Astros beat the Pirates 8-2. Nothing across as Houston dominates Pittsburgh in the game. Give you a final line score. Then we'll do the 10-minute ticker, and then I got something to say. Let's see. 2, 3, 6, 10. For the Astros, 8 runs on 10 hits, no errors. For Pittsburgh, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher, of course, is Knepper. Deleon takes the loss. There was no save. And that does it here from Three River Stadium. Timeout as we set up for the 10-minute ticker. Shuffle the cards in front of you so you definitely know that everything is getting mixed up. That'll be the night game. The second day, this will be the third. This will be the first day. Let's see. All right, 5-22-85. We already know the Astros won, so it's 8-2. Detroit at California. That is a 10. It's a win for the Angels. They'll win that game 9-1. Milwaukee at Cleveland. That's a 5. A win for the Brewers. Win that game. They will win that game 9-0. Boston at Minnesota. I know Salvador America wants to see a win for the Red Sox. And it's a 12. He will not get it. The Twins will take the win 1-0. Baltimore at Oakland. That's a 5. A win for the Orioles, 3-0. New York Yankees at Seattle. The Yankees do come away with the win. They win that game 8-6. Kansas City at Texas. Kansas City, that's a 9. That's a win for the Rangers. Rangers win that game 9-8. Chicago White Sox at Toronto. That's an 11, a win for the Blue Jays. They win that game 5-2. Cincinnati at Chicago Cubs. That's a 7. The Reds take that win 6-5. Los Angeles at Montreal. That's a 7. It's a win for the Dodgers. 4-2 over the Expos. San Francisco over Philadelphia. That's a 7. It's a win for the Phillies. They have been absolutely red hot. 4-3 Phillies. They are getting so many cards. Atlanta taking on St. Louis. That's a 7. The win for the Cardinals. They win that game 9-4. Finally, San Diego at my Mets. That's an 8. Mets get a win. How about that? They win that game 5-4. And I'm back to 5. And my Mets are back to 500. We shuffle the deck for tomorrow, or for the next ball game. Now we go to this. Only 4 games scheduled on the 23rd. Only 4 games are played on the 23rd. So we've got Toronto at Cleveland. That's a 3. It's a win for the Blue Jays. They win that game 9-4. Baltimore at Oakland. That's a 7. That's a win for the O's. They win that game 7-3. New York Yankees at Seattle. That's a 7. It's a win for the Yanks, 8-3. Finally, Boston at Texas. It's a 7. It's a win for the Red Sox. They win the game 4-0. And that will do it for your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Or in this case, there will be always Friday. Don't go away yet, guys. All right. Tomorrow, of course, is Thanksgiving. And it's been one hell of a year, people. It's been one hell of a year. It's been one hell of a year. COVID-19 has ravaged our country and killed over 250,000 Americans, and more than close to 13 million now have the thing. I don't have it. None of my family has it, although we do have some friends that do have it. I've been out of work since March, hoping to get back to work next year. Thanks to unemployment's kept me alive, pretty much. A tough election year going on. I'm not going to really go into that. I know some people may not be on the same side of the fence as I am. I just want to say I want to give a little thanks to my chat, to the people in my chat. That's really what I want to do. I want to give thanks to people in my chat. I want to thank Salvador America, Steeler fan, Dave Gardner, Pete Stevens, Dave Little. I want to thank all of you guys for joining me today. And of course, some of my regulars are not here. Tribe Fan 879, Philip Reynolds. Let's see here. Forever Remain 90, who's in Germany, probably sleeping. That's why he doesn't make the night games, which I understand. Who was watching my inside pitch games during the day. CP Cards and Dice, STM, right? Of course, Sports Time Machine. Al Red Sox fan, of course. One of the main reasons why I started doing this thing was because of how good he is. ID Jester, who pretty much launched me into the payoff pitch, and Dave at Baseball Demos, who launched me into inside pitch. And Appa Brian, who actually launched me into Appa. I do have Appa. I haven't purchased any seasons yet. I'm not too thrilled with the Appa system. I think it's way too abstract. And of course, Brandon Baker. Keep on naming them, people. I want to give thanks for any one of you people that have not joined me in this game tonight and you watch this. Thank you very much for making this year a little bit more bearable. I really wasn't doing anything after I got laid off. I was playing video games, that kind of thing, just vegetating around this household. But watching Al Red Sox fan play Stratomatic, watching ID Jester make his decisions on which was the best baseball game to play, watching, of course, Bleacher Bums Gaming, Anthony. He and I are still doing that 1921 co-op replay for Payoff Pitch. He hasn't played any games. He hasn't played any games lately, but that's okay. We move at his pace. I'm in no rush. If it takes a couple of years to do, it takes a couple of years to do. For 1921 on Payoff Pitch. He does, he's doing Babe Ruth and the Yankees. I do Rogers Hornsby and the Cardinals. Want to thank every one of you guys for making this year bearable. I'm cooking tomorrow. Another reason why I'm not just me and my mom and my uncle who live here in our house. I cook the turkey. I do the turkey. I do the meal. Thanksgiving actually is my favorite holiday. Always has been. My daughter, of course, is not with me. She is with her boyfriend. She won't be joining me, unfortunately, which would be what she is. But she's 23 years old, 23 and a half actually now. So 23 and a half years old. Crazy kid. I lost my dad in September, as you guys know. My father passed away in September at 75. It was not COVID related. He died of a certain heart ailment, which he was going in for surgery. And unfortunately, he died on the operating table. So he passed away in September. It's been a very rough year for everyone. People have died. People are sick. People are out of work. People are broke. People are homeless. I am lucky for my mother, my uncle, and the people I know. I am married. I have a wife, but we're apart. But we're apart. She lives in one place. I live in another right now. We're having some issues, but I still love my wife always. That won't change. Things have been really rough this year, and people, I think, have really forgotten what Thanksgiving is all about, especially with what's happening in our country. But as I said, I can't talk about that because I know some people here will agree one way with me or one not, and I'm not here to make arguments. All I want to do is say thank you to everyone here for joining me on my for my games. I know I'm happy you do. You all have your lives. You all have your lives to live. Absolutely. We all do. And, we just want to make sure that hopefully next year is a better year. Hopefully the vaccine will immunize people against this awful epidemic. Hopefully everybody will get back to work. Hopefully everybody will get the money they need to survive. Hopefully America becomes one nation again. I'm sick of the divisiveness. Really sick of the divisiveness. So I want this nation to be good to each other. It doesn't matter what color we are, white, black, whatever. We all bleed red. So guess what? We all have something in common. We all bleed red, people. I've said it before. I say it again. We're all red-blooded. So I don't care what outside we are. Inside, we have red moving through all our systems. Unless, of course, you're an alien, then maybe your color's different. But last I checked, nobody's visited us from another planet. And right now, if they saw what was happening on our planet, I don't think they would pay us a visit. I think they would be right to stay away. We all need to really show this world what we're capable of doing, and we all need to just love each other. Sick of this war, sick of famine. If the world really joined together and really formed one world, one nation, imagine what we would accomplish. Imagine what we would accomplish if everybody joined in and forgot the differences, whether it be religious differences, political differences, Russia joining with the United States, or Africa joining with Asia, North Korea and South Korea finally putting that war, that pitiful thing going on, that pitiful war with them away. China, just everybody pooling all their resources, this planet would be a paradise. But unfortunately, that's not the case. I'm not naive. I'm a realist. I understand what's happening. So if we can't change the world, then let's just change our little corner of it. We'll just change our little corner of it. Just make our corner as peaceful and as loving and as friendly as possible. So I just want to give thanks to everybody out there that has joined me for this year so far. Even when I go back to work, I'll still be doing this. Of course, I won't be doing my games during the certain times, but I'll always let you know what's going on. I'm having a blast with it all. So, and just want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. Thank you all for joining me for this year. We still have we're just starting the holidays. The holidays are now completely holidays are totally underway. It's the Christmas season. Even though we're not doing really holiday shopping, let's still be. I really wish Christmas would last all year long, but unfortunately it don't, because people go back to the way they are as soon as Christmas ends. But let's all be good to each other, everyone. Let's all be good. Let's all be right. Let's all be smart. Let's all be safe. Let's all be strong. Let's all be healthy. And let's all love. Put the hate aside. Put the hate aside. Really. Time to throw the hate away. No matter what your religious beliefs are, your political beliefs are, throw them away into the trash can. When midnight of this year, on December 31st comes in, I'm going to write 2020 on a big piece of paper, I'm going to tear it up and throw it in the trash can. I don't know if 2021 will be any better. In my view, it looks like it will be, but that's in my view. A lot of people won't agree. That's okay. Unless you're a Yankee fan. There is that too. Hopefully we'll have a full-time baseball season next year, and we'll see what happens when my Mets go 162 games, when the Red Sox go 162 games, the Astros, the Yankees, the Reds, everybody. We'll see how it all works out. I hope it all works out better for everyone. All right. As I said, no streaming tomorrow. It's Thanksgiving, so please enjoy it with your holidays. I'll return on Friday. We have Inside Pitch 1985, one and gone, game 1, Oakland and the Cubs. And we will have the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Cleveland Indians Friday night, Payoff Pitch 85. Thank you all for joining me, everyone. Have a very safe and happy holiday. Enjoy, and please eat your turkey. Eat all your food, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm cooking it, then I'm going to eat it. All of it. Stay safe, healthy, smart, and strong. See you guys Friday. Take care, everyone. Astros over the Pirates 8-2. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. See you later.